Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep today into, well, maybe the most fundamental human quest out there, discovering your personal why.
Right.
And the sources we've got today, they offer this really interesting framework. It doesn't just ask what you want to achieve, it seems to focus entirely on how you want to feel.
Yeah, internally and externally. That's the core difference here.
So, our mission for this deep dive is to really dissect this very structured three-phase approach. It's designed to help you, the listener, uncover your purpose.
hmm
But by focusing super intensely on the, I guess, the emotional core of your memories and your visions for the future.
Exactly. It's structured self-exploration,
Yeah.
basically. Moving past just vague wishes.
That structure, that's what feels different. You're saying it looks at purpose, not like a business plan.
Not at all. More like finding a deep emotional alignment. And the guide breaks it down. Past, present, future.
Okay.
And in each phase, we're hunting for different emotional clues, different data points. Put them together, and they should spell out your authentic internal driver.
And they've given these phases names that really set the tone, haven't they? The whole thing's called Discovering Your Why.
Right.
Phase 1, the innocent us, that's the past. Phase 2, the realized us, the present. And Phase 3, the becoming us, so the future.
Hmm.
And it all kicks off by going way back to when desire was maybe less complicated.
To that uninhibited place, yeah.
So phase 1, it seems to be all about connecting with what the source calls the raw, untainted dreams of your youth.
Exactly. Before life piled on the complexities, money worries, job duties, all that. What did you fundamentally want?
And the emotional focus is really specific here. Wonder and nostalgia.
Yeah, the goal is almost like psychological archaeology. You're digging.
Okay.
And the journaling prompts, they're designed to kind of bypass our usual adult defenses, like identify your earliest, happiest memory.
Right.
But then immediately you have to focus on the feeling, not just the event, the feeling. Was it safety? Was it pure excitement? Boundless curiosity.
Ah, okay. So the feeling itself is the treasure.
That's the raw emotional goal for finding your why, according to this framework anyway.
Then there's that second prompt, the one on admiration. I thought this was really insightful.
hmm
It's not just who you looked up to, parent, teacher, maybe even a fictional character,
Right.
but it really pushes you. What specific qualities did they have that you admired? Why is getting down to the quality, not just the person, so important here?
Well, because the person is like
Right.
the container, right?
Mhm.
But the quality itself, that's the currency of purpose.
Okay, explain that a bit more.
So if you admired a superhero, you probably weren't admiring the cape itself. Maybe you were, but likely it was their, unwavering sense of justice or their resilience or maybe their integrity.
Ah, I see.
The framework forces you to kind of extract that core value, that driver. That quality is what your innocent us, your younger self, wanted to embody or maybe generate in the world.
That makes a lot of sense. So if you admired, say, your grandmother for her calm patience,
Yeah.
your underlying purpose might lean towards generating peace or stability.
Could be. That emotional driver then connects directly to the next prompt, which is about your desired role and impact back then.
Right, the role, like superhero, artist, healer, explorer.
Yeah, but those are just masks, really. Masks for the intended impact. The core question is, what feeling did you want to create in the world, even if you only understood it in, like, kid terms?
So the explorer doesn't just want to travel.
No, maybe they want to generate discovery, or maybe foster curiosity in others. See the difference?
Yeah, that's a much deeper way to look at it. It's a rigorous process, this emotional extraction.
It is.
And the final prompt for phase 1, it seems to act like a bridge. It pulls that past feeling right into the present for you, the
Yeah.
listener.
Exactly. After dredging up all those raw dreams, the framework asks, how does it feel to remember that version of yourself today?
Mm.
It's an emotional gut check. Are you inspired? Like, oh yeah, I remember that spark. Or maybe, is there sadness about something lost? Or maybe you just find it amusing how naive you were.
Or proud, maybe.
Or proud, absolutely. But the emotion you feel now, reflecting on the past, that's crucial data. It tells you something about your emotional needs right now.
So if remembering that hopeful kid makes you feel sad,
It probably means you're currently missing the feeling that younger self embodied or sought. That's the hypothesis here.
okay, that can be a tough confrontation, right? So it's
Yeah.
easy to romanticize the past.
Very easy.
But now we have to drag those feelings into phase 2, the realized us. And the focus shifts dramatically. It's about acknowledgement and truth.
Yeah, this is where we bridge that gap. Childhood dreams meet adult reality, often messy reality.
It sounds like a reality check phase.
That's exactly what it is. And it requires, well, brutal honesty. The first exercise is simple but tough. List 1 to 3 ways your current life either aligns with those childhood emotional drivers,
Or,
or, maybe more commonly, completely diverges from them. You just list them. No judgment, just assessment.
okay. Then you define the you of today, your current roles, professional, family, personal. And crucially, again, how does it feel to be in those roles? We're moving beyond just the titles on your LinkedIn profile. What's the lived experience?
And then this is like where it gets really challenging. Identifying the most significant change in your core beliefs since childhood.
This is often where the real digging happens. And yeah, it can be painful. The sources give those powerful examples, those trade-offs.
Right, like trading ambition for peace, or maybe curiosity for certainty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these are rarely simple or painless choices we make along the way.
Hold on, though. Trading ambition for peace society often frames that as, I don't know, settling or giving up. How does this framework tell the difference between finding genuine fulfillment and just playing it safe, minimizing risk?
That's the pivotal question, isn't it? And the framework gets at it by, again, demanding you focus on the feeling of that trade-off.
The feeling again.
Always the feeling. If you chose certainty over curiosity, okay, how does that certainty feel? Does it feel grounding, stable, protective? That sounds potentially positive, right?
Or does it feel restrictive, claustrophobic, dull even? The feeling tells you if the trade was an act of genuine growth and maturity, or maybe an act driven more by fear.
Wow, okay. That distinction is huge because it tells you if your current beliefs are actually helping you find purpose or maybe actively hindering it.
Precisely. And that analysis leads right into identifying the most authentic role you play right now.
And you're saying that's rarely the job title?
Very rarely. The sources really emphasize this. It could be the peacemaker in your family dynamic, or the connector in your social circle or community, maybe the lifelong student in your field. This role, whatever it is, it's like the hidden current driving your day-to-day choices now, often regardless of external pressures or expectations.
So it's the most authentic way you're currently generating something. Some feeling, some outcome, for yourself or others.
That's the idea, yes.
And the culmination of all this intense acknowledgement, is designed to just crystallize your current emotional state. It asks you to use a single, powerful word
Just one word.
to describe the feeling of being the person you are today. Why only one word? That seems really restrictive.
Well, complexity lets us hide, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you give yourself 3 sentences, you can rationalize, explain away discomfort.
Sure.
A single word forces you to crystallize it. Is that word grateful? Confused, focused, content, or maybe it's hungry for something more.
Got it. It forces you to stop and really own your dominant emotional state right now.
Which becomes your baseline, your starting point before you even think about charting the future.
Okay, so we've dug up the raw emotional roots from the past. We've faced the maybe uncomfortable single-word truth of the present.
Yep.
And now we move into phase 3, the becoming us. The focus here is inspiration and purpose, using all that hard-won wisdom to actually articulate a future.
A future driven by genuine heartfelt purpose. Yes.
And what's striking here is how it deliberately shifts away from traditional goals.
Completely. Forget the salary number, the specific job title, the corner office, the zip code. For now, anyway.
So what does it focus on?
It focuses exclusively on desired emotional states. The core question for you, the listener, becomes, beyond the material stuff, how do you want to feel every day?
Not have every day, but feel every day.
Feel. That's the key distinction.
Then we start architecting the future, but based on an emotional environment, not a career ladder.
Exactly. When you picture yourself in, say, 5 or 10 years, what's the emotional state you're really striving for?
The sources give some good examples here, didn't they?
Yeah, vivid ones, like becoming a respected mentor who feels deeply connected, or maybe a creative leader who feels truly liberated.
So the goal isn't just, I want to be CEO.
No, the goal is more like, I want to feel empowered while leading a team that feels genuinely respected. See how the emotion is central?
Yeah, absolutely. So the final steps seem to zero in on that ultimate emotional outcome from this whole journey.
Right, you're asked to imagine actually achieving a key aspiration, something big for you, and then pinpoint the dominant emotion you'd feel in that moment.
Is it relief, joy, peace, empowerment?
Exactly. What's the core feeling at the peak?
And the final layer, the real synthesis, is identifying the ultimate feeling you want to generate. Not just feel yourself, but
Generate in your life and in the lives of others.
Yeah.
This is where it becomes your core why statement,
Yeah.
your emotional signature to the world.
That signature concept is powerful.
It really is. And the sources give these really specific, potent examples of what that generated feeling could be.
Mm.
Like to generate clarity in a confused world, or to
Yeah.
generate joy where there is silence.
Wow. Okay, notice how those aren't just about personal satisfaction.
Not at all. They're about creating a positive emotional state outwardly for the environment, for
Yeah.
others. That shifts purpose from just personal desire to tangible impact.
So once you've identified all those feelings, the past wonder, the current authentic role, the future desired state, the feeling you want to generate,
Mhm.
the final outcome is pulling it all together, synthesizing it into a simple, powerful statement. Your why.
Your why statement, driven by feeling, not just by action or title. Hashtag tag outro.
Whew. Okay, that was quite an emotional journey we just mapped out.
It's intensive, for sure.
We went systematically from that wonder and nostalgia of the past through the really challenging acknowledgement and truth of the present,
The reality check.
and then finally using all that insight to shape the inspiration that drives the future.
Yeah, connecting the dots emotionally.
So if you're listening and feeling ready to, jump into this framework yourself,
Mm.
the sources actually give a clear recommendation on where to start. They say, I recommend you take some time with phase 1, the innocent us.
Start at the beginning, go back to the roots.
Yeah, start with those roots, those untainted dreams, because apparently they inform everything else that follows.
Absolutely. And I think this whole process really underscores a crucial point.
Yeah.
Purpose, real fulfillment. It isn't ultimately about the job titles or the awards.
Right.
Fulfillment seems to come from identifying and really living within those deep, authentic roles we talked about.
And cultivating the feelings that create meaning for you.
Exactly. It's about making sure the person you've become is somehow generating or allowing for the feeling that the child inside you still really needs or seeks.
So the value is you stop looking for purpose out there.
Yeah, you stop seeking it externally, like it's a destination, and you realize it's actually an internal emotional state, a feeling you're either trying to recapture from the past or when you're really striving, maybe desperately striving, to generate for your future. It's an internal emotional equation you need to solve.
So a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over. We talked quite a bit in phase 2 about those difficult trade-offs, right?
Yeah, the ambition for peace, curiosity for certainty examples.
Right. So if you recognize that your current core beliefs are dramatically different from those you held as a child, take a moment. Reflect specifically on the emotional driver behind that shift.
What was the fear, perhaps, or the need?
Exactly. What was the fear or the necessity that convinced you emotionally that certainty was more valuable than curiosity, or the peace was truly more valuable than ambition for you? Because that emotional decision point, that trade-off you made, it probably holds a major key to understanding the gap you might be feeling right now and the why you're trying to rediscover or build.